Biodiversity and its importance. Source of food, number one. Number two, source of drug and medicine. Number three, serve in maintenance on ecological balance. Number four, control of climate. Number five, contribution to the economy of nation. Number six, influence and art and culture. Actually, what do you mean by source of food? Diversified plants and animals are the biodiversity in our environment. Many of these plants and animals have been the source of our foods materials. For example, different crop plants like paddy, maize, and wheat provide food for mankind, etc. Another point, biodiversity and its importance, source of drug and medicine. Many of drugs and medicine used by us for treatment of disease are either plant or animal origin. You know, penicillin of an important antibiotic. Quinine used in treatment of malaria. There are so many medicinal plants, you know. Serve in maintenance of ecological balance. It is an important point of importance of biodiversity. Biodiversity helps in maintaining ecological balance by various ways as plants through photosynthesis produces food and herbivore consume the food for survival. Again, herbivores are consumed by secondary consumers to obtain that food, and tertiary consumers feed upon the secondary consumers to maintain their life. The number of producers mean plants, primary, secondary, and tertiary consumers gradually reduced by number, and if their numbers are placed one above the other from larger to smaller, then a pyramid like configuration appears. You know. Another point is control of climate. Biodiversity provides numerous ecosystem services that are crucial to human well-being at present and in the future. Climate is an integral part of the ecosystem functioning, and human health in, is impacted directly and indirectly by the result of climatic condition upon the terrestrial and marine ecosystem. Another point is contribution to the economy of nation. Various economic benefits are generated through diversity, that is biodiversity. How biodiversity may contribute to the economy, that may be indicated. Timber from different plants are used for construction of house and furniture, give mass earning. Another one, specific plants give economic value or useful gum, resin, wax and paper. Another one is specific plants become the hosts of silk, moth, and they may support the moths for production of silk, etc. Influence on art and culture. Biodiversity in different countries has influenced the arts and literature of the region. In India, elephant is depicted in various art forms as it is considered as auspicious symbol. Woodcrafts and painting on elephants are favored by Indian people. Among flowers, lotus has taken a respectable position in art, with god and goddess, monkeys has taken a position and picture of monkey is taken as a symbol of strengthening in the Indian people. The most worshipped god, Sri Ganesha, has taken red as his career. So also bull of Lord Shiva, peacock, etc. etc. There are so many importance in influence on art and culture of biodiversity. Another point is biodiversity hotspots. Now, we discuss about hotspot. It is a biogeographical region with high species richness and high concentration of endemic species which are experiencing exceptional threats of habitat destruction or loss. Biodiversity hotspot must meet two strict criteria according to Mayer's 2000. One is it must contain 1,500 species of vascular plants as endemic. Second one is it must lose at best 70% of its primary vegetation. The concept of hotspot was developed by Norman Meyer in 1988, and ecologically hotspots are determined by four factors as number of species diversity, degree of endemism, degree of threats to its degradation and fragmentation. Number 4, degree of exploitation. You know, in India subcontinent, there are four major biodiversity hotspots, namely Eastern Himalayas, Western Ghat, and Sri Lanka, Indo-Burma, and Sundarland. The Eastern Himalayas, it includes northern India, Burma, and parts of Nepal. The Western Ghats and Sri Lanka, it represents a chain of mountains along the western edge of peninsular India. Indo-Burma, the Indo-Burma encompasses several countries from eastern Bangladesh to Malaysia and includes northeastern India. Sundarland is a region of Southeast Asia where India is represented by the Nicobar Island. The island have a rich terrestrial and marine ecosystem that includes mangroves, coral, reefs, etc. Now we discuss about the conservation of biodiversity. Conservation of biodiversity is protection, upliftment, and scientific management of biodiversity so as to maintain it at its optimum level and derive sustainable benefits for the present as well as future generation. The most effective and efficient mechanism for conserving biodiversity is to prevent further destruction of degradation of habitats by us. There are two basic strategies of biodiversity conservation. One is in situ, another is ex situ. In situ conservation refers to the conservation of biological diversity in their natural habitats through protection of total ecosystem. But ex situ conservation